Alright guys, what's going on? So we are finally back with some war videos. This is the first war of the season for Loki is facing New Avengers or 211. So I'm going to go ahead and show their map, but I just want to discuss really briefly here. First of all, for some reason I haven't been recording half of this stuff with sound, so it's kind of quiet and weird. But also, so 4 Loki made a decision after last season. Morale was super low. We kind of made a decision to not push this season. And so you're going to see that partway through this season it's going to change a little bit. But disclaimer, going into this, I'm recording this after the 6th war. All stats are paused this season. There's no PR. Taters is gone for the season. So I have been planning paths with our new officer, DeLeon. So that's been a new experience. So I'm kind of looking at these maps differently than how I normally do. I'm not looking at them from the perspective of what lane am I going to be taking. I'm looking at it from the perspective of, okay, like what looks like it would feed into everyone's strengths the most, and I'll kind of take what's left over. So I'm not always going to have the best matchups for a specific fight, but I just want to try to alleviate as much stress from other people as possible. Since this isn't off season, we're probably not going to place in Masters. So yeah, just looking around. As everyone knows, this map has been nerfed into the ground. A lot of the hard nodes have been made easier, and there's no protections against Ghost and Corvus pretty much, besides the way that the other alliance decides to set up the map. So starting off here, I'm going to be on path 2. I hate path 2. I think most people hate path 2, so I'm going to go ahead and take it. This first fight here is going to be a rank 3 Elsa. And I'm going to be using Omega Red. I know I'm going to be using him a lot next season, so there's not a point necessarily in getting out of the habit of using him in war. So I'm I think in these first few wars I was very lightly boosted. Right there I took a hit. That was kind of weird. Just a mistake on my part. But I want to go ahead and kill her, yeah, before she gets a chance to throw a special. Omega kind of sucks for these strike counter nodes, because his special 2 has a tendency to whiff sometimes, or the last part of it does. His special 1 takes away all of his damage. So ideally, you want to be able to kill the defender without having to throw a special attack. So this is going to be a thing. On this path, I like to do just medium-light combos. Right there, I tried to do a hit, and it didn't register, which is fine. So here we go. Gonna have to lock in these spores again. There, I kind of messed up my counting. I have him at 14 charges. He's got a bunch of Furies, but again, I don't really care. He's gonna go down, so not too bad. I don't necessarily think that Thing is a good placement on that node. Then I also used a Power Start 1 boost for that fight and for this fight, just because they're so readily available now that there's no point. In my mind, it's cheaper to boost than it is to heal. So if we're going through this map and the intention is to clear all the nodes, which it should be, right? Because they're so much easier than they used to be. If that's the intention here, then I'm gonna do whatever I need to do to get through it as cheaply as possible. And for me, that's gonna mean boosting. I don't mind boosting. Sometimes if I really want to test something even in the off-season, I will boost during the off-season. I really don't mind. So here I'm just going to move up, share a little bit of energy. This is going to be a pretty quick war. This is going to be Killmonger on stun reflect and when I open. So basically just don't parry him. Don't hit him if you do parry him. Like when his stun timer's on cooldown, don't touch him. But if you guys have been watching my channel for a little bit, I think you know I used to take Killmonger during Stubborn on the like stun reflect mini boss, so I'm actually pretty used to this interaction. So here he's got his reverb up. I triggered it when he had quite a bit of power, so I'm only going to hit him with tentacle hits so that he doesn't reflect any of my damage, and he's just going to die. So very easy fight. This is a Nihilus. Again, I think this is kind of a wasted placement. I'm probably going to do a video about how I like set defense this season, because that's like one of the responsibilities that I took on after Taters left. And yeah, like just as far as like what my strategy is for it. So Annihilus doesn't usually get stunned anyway when you parry him, so I don't know why you would necessarily want him on this node. Because I feel like you could accidentally parry all day if you wanted to, and with most champions, like even Magneto here, who reduces his ability accuracy by like 70% because he's metal, you know, even Magneto, his parries don't stick most of the time, so not 100% sure why he's here. Either way, gonna try to bait out special ones. I'm not gonna be mad if I push him to a special 2 though. For this fight, it looks like I'm going to build up to the special 3, probably bait one more special 1. There I actually got a parry to stick. But you can see I have 2 prowess, so I've gotten 2 parries to stick this entire fight, and that's it. So, here we go. And with Magneto, 2 prowess actually does quite a bit. So again, I have no idea why I didn't just throw the special 3. At this point, I'm just like screwing around, I think. I guess I really wanted to bait out the special 1. Whatever, he's at 5%. This will kill him. And yeah, so super easy fight. Not the best placement. I guess some people like enjoy quaking him, but when Magneto's an option for a fight, I don't know. Don't know why you put him there. And then this is going to be a Mole Man, rank 3 Mole Man on Rage. I just took this unboosted. I think that I took this with half suicides on. So, just so that I wouldn't trigger the Rage. And I have taken this in the off season with full suicides on and no boosts. And I didn't trigger Rage then either, but people get kind of sneaky sometimes with their defensive placements. So, like, I don't know if this person placed with like 3 out of 3 glass cannon or something, you know, that would be something to do, I guess. I don't know. So I'm just going to try to hit him as little as possible. You can see I just locked in my spores there. My heavy attack didn't trigger Rage, so at this point I know that I'm good. I'm at very low risk for triggering it. And I'm also not critting very much, which is actually a good thing here. So, fight's almost over. Super easy fight. I think he's just here to counter Quake, which is fine. I don't think Mole Man is going to get a kill very often, if ever, on defense in Tier 1. But, yeah, that was it. So that was the end of my war. We did end up losing this war. Again, we weren't pushing. We died 14 times, which is kind of crazy. And this will kind of lead into, I'll elaborate more on the story and what 4Loki's doing this season for Alliance War, like as you see how our season progressed. But let's just say that it didn't get off to a good start at all. And, you know, next season when we do push, we want to at least be in Tier 2, on the brink of Tier 1 maybe, to get maximum points. So, not off to a great start here, but again, first war of the season, you know, not a huge deal. So, thank you guys for watching. I'm going to, like, rapid fire record all of these wars. So, yeah, I will see you guys in the next one, which should be coming out very shortly.